What's up guys, Connor64 here. Today, before you start the video, I know it's been 7 months last time I made this video. It's been like 7 months of the last part. This is going to be part 5 to What If Deku was the Phantom Ruby. Last time we left off was the USJ attack. And at the end, Izuku appeared. And I know at the end I said Izuku Midoriya. Well, of course, his name was just Izuku, or, or Deku. But, Shigaraki's like, let's get into the video. Shigaraki opens his eyes. What's going on here? The Nomu looks at this boy with crimson red hair. This purplish reddish energy surrounding his body, and holding Izumi in his arms. Bakugo, everyone in class 1A who was there gets back where he was and just sees this. They're like, who is he? He's like, huh? Izuku looks around. Where am I? Who is this girl? Why does her energy, her existence, feel familiar? He puts her down and says, I'll figure out this later. That machine took me out of my world. Puts his hand in a fist. And you, he said. He talks to the Nomu. Why do I sense my power inside of you? And everyone's like, huh? All Might rushes back in there. And before he can All Might rushes in there, punches the Nomu. The Nomu goes flying a bit. And he can sense this energy. He says, young Izumi. Before he can finish, he sees Izumi on the ground, knocked out. But he also can see this boy with crimson red hair and red eyes. All my eyes wide. It can't be. What the? All Might gets punched in the gut by this unknown figure. Let's go. All Might falls to her knees. Who are you? Are you with these fools? And before the Nomu can go for the punch, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. My brother texted me. So, okay. Right before the Nomu go for the punch, Izuku vanishes in a bright light. Appears right behind the Nomu and says, I haven't had a great battle. I haven't fought in a while. And he says, hold on. And he says, puts his hand right with the Nomu's face, in the back of the Nomu's face, and says, Phantom Blast! Just imagine what Shadow does with Chaos Blast, but in his hand, just like a beam, like what the Z Fighters would do. It blasts the Nomu's head off, destroying the head, evaporating the head, and basically it's kind of like decaying the brain. And there's smoke, and after that blast, smoke starts and vanishes. And then afterwards, everyone sees the Nomu headless, nothing growing back. It falls to its knees, and then drops like a dead corpse. And now, he turns to the Misk villain and the Handy villain. Shigaraki's like, the Nomu was supposed to destroy the kid. But that power, his hair, his eyes, it's crimson. The way it glows. Get us out of here. And of course, Kirigiri says, yes, master, and they escape. But before that, Izuku, flash steps right where the portal is, but for some reason, mixed with his energy with the Phantom Ruby energy, and of course the warp gates. For some reason, transports Izuku somewhere else. He appears on top of a building. Where am I now? So, of course, back at the USJ, it's like all the other heroes get there. And basically what would happen in canon, they would get all the villains up, all the weak villains. And of course, they would see some dead corpses with some weird red energy appearing off of them. Nezu's like, that's weird. So let's go with a couple minutes later after UA school is over and all that. Nezu talks about some type of UA traitor, and then basically what they would be talking about as who would be the UA traitor. Then of course All Might saying, I saw him, Nezu. He's alive. I don't know how, but he's alive. What are you talking about? The first Midoriya child. The one who died in front of all of us. The one who All For One killed. Aizawa's like, you don't need it. Well, Aizawa's not there, so. Nezu's like, but that's impossible. He died. And of course, no, I saw him. I don't know how, but even young Izumi, I saw her passed out, and he was in front of her. We need well, it would make sense because they're family, but what, I've been thinking about this, All Might. Sometimes I would see Izumi's hair on security cameras. Her eyes would glow red sometimes. And also in the Villains vs. Hero training, I did see the footage, but her hair went red. Well, for a split seconds, and her eyes did too. It's like it gave her like a boost of energy, but then it went away. But All Might's thinking, what if she used a whole lot of that energy and somehow it just summoned him? I don't know, but we need to find him, because he decapitated that Nomu. That's what the villains called it. He killed it in one strike. If he's that powerful and he's on the streets, who knows what he can do to people? Innocent bystanders. So after that, we start with Izuku. Where the hell am I? All I remember is being transported to a machine, but then some type of machine transported me to somewhere. And then I felt some weird energy was similar to mine. It brought me to that girl. But who is she? I must find out. But first, police cars are going. He hears police cars, and he's on top of a roof. He's like, I guess I can have a little bit of fun. Well, of course, he does a bits of the chaotic from, of course, by using both of the Phantom Ruby energies, with a bit of the chaos energies. I guess I can have some fun. He drops down. No. He jumps off the building. Just imagine like how Sonic did it in Sonic Adventure. How in the first campaign with Sonic, before he goes to the chaos fight, just kind of imagine that, and he's kind of following the police and then they see a giant, basically a giant villain with a they see a okay. Oh, I got a better idea. Okay, they see a villain. He has tubes going through his arms, and he's very big and hulkish. So, so he has like a skull mask on. None of y'all puny little heroes can stop me. He's taken down. He took down a lot of low level heroes. I want all might. And of course, because turns his hand into he does like the spear, the hand spear thing, and just appears right behind the villain. Says, "You want to fight? This fight will be your last," and cuts off his hand. What the? Who are you? My name is not important, but your life. Unlike your life, unlike you, just like your life, I'm not important. What did you just? And just puts his whole hand on the guy's chest. If you move any inch, I will do the same to your heart, like what I did to your hand. Has like a smile. The police are like, the heroes and the police, and this is on live television too. Like a lot. And of course I'm gonna say like, this is like a couple of hours. This is around like nighttime. So I'm gonna say the Bakugo residents are watching this. Basically, a lot of people are watching this who stay up all night. A lot of people. Oh, a lot of a lot of UA staff are watching this, and students, even some villains, and of course, all for one, sitting in his chair, saying, I knew you wasn't dead, child. I knew you wasn't dead. You know what's funny? Just only a week has, you made me die faster. Only a week passed after All Might destroyed me. And then I find out about you, and then you destroyed me more. So, he puts his hand on the screen. I will have your power. And of course, back to the fight. And he says, so, make your move, human. No, not human. He says, make your move, scum. Scum? What did you say to... And before he can even say anything, Izuku, out of his palm of his hand, a spear comes out of it. And I mean, everyone sees this. And the guy splits into two. And then this he says, what's with these people? What are they watching? He just walks up until cops start shooting at him. One of the cops was like, "Hey, what are you doing, kid?" And then a cop guy who was scared shoots at Izuku. The bullet almost hitting him until like the phantom energy activates, destroying the bullets into multiple pieces. Who fucking tried to shoot me? Until like he walks slowly to the guy. This police officer just kept on shooting. And Izuku just grabs him by the throat. So, do you want to die just like that human over there? Say something. And the commander's like, let him down, boy. You cannot use your quirk in public. A quirk. He looks at the police chief and says, "What the fuck is a quirk?" And everyone looks at him styled. They're like, "Wait, what? You don't know what a quirk is?" "No, I don't." If y'all humans have these so-called quirks, then y'all must be weak. Crush the man's windpipe. Now, phantom control. It just vanishes. Just vanishes into, just gone. Everyone's like, he just killed a villain and a police officer. What the fuck? And you're probably wondering, wait, is Izuku a hero or a villain? No. He doesn't know anything about this world, so to him, if someone attacks him, he attacks back. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care who the fuck it is. So, and, he appears on a roof. Well, no. He appears on a rooftop. He looks down below and he sees a girl about to get, killed. This girl has blonde hair. On the side of her hair has like buns. But she looks like, and also she's in a school uniform. So he goes down and just Izuku jumps down, kicks the guy in the face, and says, "Wow, you're scum." You little... Wait, you're that kid. Who the hell are you, kid? My name does not matter. But what were you about to do to this girl? I don't know what you're about to say, kid, but that girl's a villain. She used that knife to kill one of my buddies. I'm just here to get revenge. I don't see no knife. Until the girl pulls out a knife, grins with blood on it. And of course, well, she doesn't move. She acts innocent. Of course, Izuku is like, you can act innocent, but I can see you are not, so I don't really care. He grabs the guy by the shirt. Well, you didn't attack me, so I have no reason to kill you. But that does not mean I will not. He drops the guy and he says, Pathetic. Whatever. And Izuku starts to walk off until the girl says, "Hey, thanks for help back there." And she asks, "I have a question. Can I?" She has a knife. "I want to make you bleed." And he's like, "What? Why?" And she explains her quirk. She has to taste someone's blood, and by looking at you, you seem so powerful, and she wants a taste of the person who saved her's blood. Fine. But what no one knows is, if she tastes his blood, she also might unlock something which was not supposed to unlock earlier. Way earlier than she was before. Says, whatever. He grabs her knife and basically slash his wrist. No, not his wrist, but his arm. Give her back the knife and says, "Here." I don't know why you want my blood, but there. That's a weird request you want. So, see you later. He jumps to building to building to building. No, to jump up, he goes left, right, left, right, left, right, jumping to building to get on top of the roof. He looks down a bit and says, "What a weird girl." And of course, then she starts doing the same thing. He's about to when he's leaving. She's like, "Wait, what's your name?" "My name? I guess I can tell you. My name is Midori. No, wait. No. My name is Izuku." "Oh, nice to meet you." Before he can jump, right when he's jumping, she yells, "My name is Toga!" Right when he's jumping away, Toga. She seems interested. She seems interesting, I guess. Jumps down and slides. So he goes into an abandoned warehouse and sleeps. So I'm gonna say a couple days. No. I'm gonna say a couple days go by. Izuku has just been minding his own business, but if someone does try to rob him or a villain tries to hold him hostage, he kills them without a blink of an eye. But of course, some villains start to fear him, and also Izuku doesn't just kill villains or just, innocent people. He's also killed some low-rank heroes who tried to take him down because they thought he was a villain. But of course, they were very fucking stupid for attacking me. I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm gonna say at this time the sports festival is going on. And by knowing that, I'm gonna say it's a 1v. Right now it's the 1v1 matches. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Izuku is really far away from where the he's like a couple cities over from the sports festival. But of course he has to go to the sports festival. Izumi is fighting Sensho, the mind control guy. Of course, just like in canon, what Deku would do, she falls for the same thing, but for some reason, she still has a bit of that energy. Her eyes, like when she's walking away, it's not just one for all what stops her. One for All can also sense this boost of energy where all the One for All users, for some reason, with that ability, what she has, plus with a weak phantom energy, what she was born with, plus with One for All, it boosts the power interest. And of course, when it stops, she does do the finger thing what Izuku did in canon, but for a bleak seconds, her hair and eyes go red in a blink second. And of course, Nezu saw this on the cameras. I see. Nezu's like, of course, I'm just gonna say Nezu did look at the footage at the USJ attack. He saw the footage. So, yeah, he does know, that was like a couple weeks ago. Wait a minute. I think the events of the USJ and the sports festival, I think not a week ago. I don't think they're weeks apart. I think they're months apart. So he used to change it to like months. Just change it to like months apart. That make more sense. So yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, that is true. So okay. After that, Izuku was like, he just got done killing some random thug. And of course, taking the guy's money, saying, because, realizing, need money in this world. And of course, he takes the money. And he's not a guy who just kills. If you try to attack him, he's going to kill you. So, I'm also gonna say, he's done some odd jobs, like working for thugs, because, yeah, he does need the money, and I'm gonna say someone watches all of the news all about this, who they call wait a minute, okay, guys, I want y'all to tell me what should be Izuku's basically vigilante slash villain name. Well, like, he doesn't just he kills villains, and he kills heroes and people. He just kills people who try to kill him. So basically, yeah, anyone tries to attack him, he's going to attack them. Basically, that's just how he rolls. But he'll be neutral with anyone. But if he sees something he doesn't like, then yeah, he's not gonna fuck with someone who spoilers, I'm gonna say, abuse children. I think y'all know who is going to die in the near future. Wink, wink. But yeah. And one crazy blonde haired girl has been watching all of everything on the news about him. And of course, yes, okay guys, give him a name, what his vigilante name would be, because people would basically call him by his hair, and how he's like this phantomish energy, when he vanishes, this weird phantom energy, and like, okay, no, I got a better idea. They call him Phantom. Yes, they call him Phantom because he's a lot like people can also like the way he like when he vanishes, this like stuff around him will like some like would be like how the Phantom movie warps everything kinda. That's kind of what Izuku kind of does for a split second. But also, there's like the Phantom movie sound effect was going around. But yeah. So, Izuku is like, and at this time, he does feel the other Phantom Ruby signature. Like, he feels it. But he doesn't, like, unlike the Nomu, Well, he knows it wasn't supposed to be in the Nomu. Unlike that, he can tell the other person who has it, it belongs, it does, but also doesn't belong to her. So he wants to know why that is. So he rushes over there, and I'm gonna say a little bit time does go by, and yeah, he also runs. At that time, he does run into some guys, trying to molest a girl, trying to do things they ain't supposed to do. So he just decapitates them in a second. Just he's basically in the Flash mode. He's running so freaking fast. He's like, I need to find out what this power is and how I'm not the only one who has it. So when he gets there, he's on top of some type of stadium, and he's watching and now like people are taking time before the final round, and of course basically Izumi basically do the same thing to Todoroki, basically. Saying it's your power, not his. Like, just doing this kind of the same thing. But at the same time, Todoroki is also not just liking Izumi as a friend. So yeah, hint for later. But at this time, everyone's taking I'm gonna say a couple minute break. Well, not a couple minutes, like a half an hour break. Well, like not an hour, but the half point of an hour, basically. So yeah, and of course, oh yeah, I'm also gonna say Izumi's parents are also there, and no one told them about Knife and All Might because because just go to All Might's point of view. Why did I wanted to tell the Midoriya family about their son, but Nezu said if going to a flashback. All Might, we should not tell Mr. and Mrs. Midoriya, because if we do, they might start looking for him, and well, I don't think that's a good idea, because he doesn't really know. But what they don't know, Izuku lived with a phantom version of his mother. So, because no a baby knows who their mother is and all that. So yeah, of course Izuku by a baby, he already knew what his mother looked like and know her heartbeat and all that. So he can't you already know from I think the second episode, if I remember correctly, where he went to the Phantom Ruby Zone, basically. So yeah, but then All Might accidentally bumps into Mr. He's like, Asashi, my bad. It's nothing, All Might. It's just, I really, I'm glad about my daughter. She's going to be in the finals with Bakugo Katsuki. To me, I don't really like the brat. Young Bakugo Katsuki is a good kid. He's just anger issues. Yeah. I'm glad Izumi thinks of you as her uncle. She really should meet Melissa. How do you? Well, you don't. Oh, well, yeah. You remember the trip we went on to? And when I met Melissa and David Shield? I think she should meet. I think they'll get along with each other. And of course, wait. What's David Shield working on again? Oh, he's been working on that phantom energy what's been going around for a couple of years now. I heard when the USJ no wait, this is Midoriya, Mr. Midoriya talking. Oh my! I was talking to David Shield when he said a huge his machine what was studying it and what had a bunch of energy inside of the machine. It blew up right when the USJ was being attacked. Do you know that's kind of weird? You know? Yeah, yeah, that is weird. And yeah, but we see Izuku just looking from the top of at the top of the arena, like he's just looking till his eyes accidentally see a green hair woman who's a Inko. She's not fat in this timeline because Asashi basically got a new job. He doesn't work in America anymore. So he got a job in, the country he was born in, Japan. Well, so yeah. And of course, he's home every night. Yeah. And of course, Izuku, I'm saying she's kind of in her skinny self, kinda. She's, she's basically like how she was in the first episode. When Izuku was a child, basically. Skinny Ingo. So, yeah. So, yeah. And also, what else? When Izuku sees this woman, mother. Because by looking at her, he's like, it's like, he knows who that is. He's like, mother. But how? I knew the one. Because, Izuku knows the mother he knew was a, phantom, was not real. But at least he knew what his mother looked like. And, her voice. And also, because when he heard her talking, and yeah, I know. I mean, when he heard her screaming, he recognized the voice, but he didn't know where it was coming from. That's why he's looking. It's like, that voice sounds familiar. And when he sees her, tears start coming out of his eyes. He's like, why am I crying? What's going on? I need answers. And a bit of his energy is starting to let out. Damn it, control myself. And this is when the battle begins. So, Baku's like, hey, Izumi. You damn nerd. Show me that true power what you were showing. Todoroki. With that red hair. Show me now. Rushing at her, explosion after explosion. Izumi using, One For All, who she kind of does have a good handle on it, a bit. Using it, blasting with a finger. And Izuku's like, the girl's not that strong, but the boy, he's pretty strong. But for some reason, he has a lot of fucking anger issues. Let me guess, he's one of those guys who think he's cocky. And he thinks he's the best. And right when Izumi's hair she was getting angry. She was like, like, no, Baku was saying, you think you're better than me because you have a damn quirk? You bastard! No, he didn't say bastard. He actually said, you bitch! Screamed that. I was like, oh, he did not just say that. Izumi was like, Kachan, shut up! And they were fighting until I'm gonna, and they're both like banged up. They're like, Bakugo puts one hand out and says, I'm gonna finish this, Izumi. Izumi also puts her hand up until like, but with one finger down, going for a flick. With a bit of one for all electricity, it's green going, surrounding her body. Her eyes go wide for a bit, and she could feel the phantom energy kind of taking over. And right when Bakugo rushes at her, Izumi rushes at him, her hair going red, her eyes going red, and Izuku's like, oh shit, I need to stop this. Because he can feel that this energy is going to destroy the whole freaking stadium. So, in a flash, he jumps down, and right when the blast happens, Izumi and Bakugo get flung back, not out of bounds. They get flung back close. They both get, close to out of bounds, but both about to lose. Izumi's like, did I? Bakugo and Izumi say, at the same time, did I win? And they see smoke, and they see, like where Bakugo's was, there's just a huge explosion mark, but where Izumi's was, there's basically like a huge crater with like this red and green electricity coming out of it. He's like, and everyone sees a boy with red hair and red eyes. Both of the Midoriyas, Sasha's like, is this part of the... Inko puts both her hands on her mouth. Sasha's like, Inko, what's wrong? That's Izuku. What? What are you... And he sees the same energy, what was from Izuku's body. And sees Izumi's hair red, sees her hair. And of course, Sashi's no. And looks at Izumi and her hair. They both look in shock. But her hair is red, but she's like, what's going on? Izuku walks up towards her, and she's afraid because she's seen the news. He puts his hand on her hair. No, he puts his hand on her head. Bakugo's like, you bastard, don't kill her! Why would I kill someone who is me? No. Why would I kill someone who has the same blood? No, that's stupid. Okay, I got a better idea. Why would I kill the person who has the same energy as me? Who are you? And also, if you keep on this energy, it will kill you. So, he puts something in Izumi. She starts screaming in pain. Because, it's similar to how, like, One For All can give someone a quirk. If they don't want a quirk, like, it's going to be in pain. It's going to hurt. Like, she's in pain. What did you do to me? I locked that power away inside you. What power? My power. The only way you can have that, if we are from the same blood, and points at her. So, who are you? And Izumi's like, from the same blood? And of course, Izuku's, of course, he, his hair was, it's red, but that doesn't mean he was supposed to be born with red hair. It's just his power is always activated. Like he can't really. He doesn't know. Like he doesn't know how to cut off the Phantom Ruby, the Phantom Energy power. He doesn't know how to cut it off. Like, yeah, he knows how to control it, but he can't cut it off. Like he doesn't know how to cut it off. So yeah, he's like, did I stutter? What is your name? Izumi Midoriya. Izumi, huh? It's similar to my name. Baku's like, ah! Izuku grabs Bakugo and just kicks him. Was I talking to you, brat? What? So, Midoriya. Wait, you look just... And of course he looks at her face and says, you look just like her. Just like who? You look just like Mother. And of course All Might jumps down. Of course, well, no, I'm gonna say Endeavor jumps out of his seat, going to blast at well, Endeavor is going to blast at Izuku. But right before he can, Izuku grabs his arm and just body slams the motherfucker down. Says, don't you touch me. You attack me, huh? Right when I was in a conversation. You're very rude. Shut up, you villain. Villain. What the hell, I don't understand. Crushing, basically, not crushing Endeavor's hand, but basically bowing to. Says, I don't get what the fuck. What's the difference of people? What the hell's the difference of a hero and a villain? Tell me a good reason. Villains who do crime and they should be punished. And what's a hero? Basically the same thing. Using their ability, using what y'all call quirks, right? I've done my research on this planet, on this world. Unlike you, where I was from, I was the only person who was not fake. What do you... So, he was about to kill Endeavor until someone got in the way. I'm gonna say Eraser had used his buying clock. What is this? You better stay back. No, as I was like, what the fuck? Wow, what are you supposed to be? The hero mommy? So I was like, what the hell did that kid just call me? And All Might's like, jumps down and says, young, calm down, Izuku. How the hell do you know me? How do you know my name? Right, because right when he said that, his energy went kind of off. Basically, Endeavor got blown back. Basically, everyone who was on the stage got blown back. I'm saying, like, all the heroes who are, who was the staff are there. I don't say it, but some of the heroes are basically evacuating the, the students and, the innocent bystanders. Just in case something bad happens. Now, I want to know. All Might, right? The one I basically punched in the stomach and you went down really easily. I read on you. You're supposed to be invincible. You're supposed to be this mighty hero of justice and peace. Or some shit like that. But really, he was beat by me very easily. Endeavor hears this and is like, You were beat by a child? You. Gets basically kicked in the face. You. Almost like, stand down. This kid could kill you in a second if he wanted to, Endeavor. Do you not see everything he's done? All the heroes he's killed and villains? I did not... Yeah, that's why he's a villain. No, I'm not a villain. The only people I've killed, they attacked me first. It's called self-defense. And it was like, self-defense. Oh, you should not be judging me. Endeavor, correct? You beat villains really harshly to the ground. So and also what I do is kind of better. But you can blame me all you want. I really don't care. Until two people call out Izuku's name. Izuku's like, what? And of course, All Might's like, Mrs. Midoriya, don't get near him. Inko's like, shut up. This is my kid. She grabs Izuku with his energy kind of going off. Izuku starts crying. My son, I thought I lost you. Izuku's like, wait, I have a brother? Mother. And yeah, both of them start crying, like, basically, yeah. Okay, this version of Izuku, yes, he doesn't really have any type of emotions. Because first of all, he had, he was mostly alone, fighting illusions and just, and all that. So he doesn't really, really know that much. But he does know his mother, and by seeing his mother, this is Izuku's bawling his eyes out like normal day Izuku. Of course, Izumi is basically the same way. How canon Deku is. Izumi is basically just, the same, basically just that. And of course, so I'm gonna say a few minutes go by, and so I'm gonna say a couple minutes go by, and we're in the office. We're in the teacher's lounge, basically. Like, no, we're in the meeting room, and that is where I'm gonna stop today. So I hope y'all have a good night and good, I hope y'all have a good morning, a good day or good morning, wherever the time zone y'all watching this from, and see y'all in the next episode.